All right, G. Thanks for joining in. We have 4 participants, 4 fellows at the moment, and we have Jawad Mehdi joining in, and Jawad is will be working with me on this initiative going forward. So you will be hearing all the updates and getting emails from Jawad about us. So Jawad, thanks for sparing time and committing time for this whole great initiative that we have. Um, and uh, and let's move on. I think any one of you had attended the previous sessions. अगर किसी ने किया है तो just let me know because it's difficult for me to remember. Or are you all joining for the first time?
Well, I'm joining for the first time, but not sure about the others here.
Okay, Shiraz. Shiraz Amin.
I'm sorry?
Shiraz B or Shiraz Amin, are you the same?
It's Shiraz Bagar, yeah, that's myself.
Okay, and there is Shiraz Amin also. So Shiraz, are you joining for the first time? Adnan, yes, you just confirmed that you're joining for the first time. Shiraz, are you there? Anyways,
yes.
Yeah. Are you joining for the first time or have you been in the session before also?
I attended the last session also.
Okay, and you were the just give a quick introduction. What were you doing? You're a business person, right? You have your own
Yes,
business. Yeah. I can on that. All right, so let's do a quick round of introduction because there are 3 people who have joined in for the first time. So let's start with Shiraz B. Shiraz, please unmute and introduce yourself very quickly. Where are you from? What you do? What your career aspirations are?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shiraz Amin and
not Amin तुम नहीं भाई दूसरे वाले शिराज को कह रहा हूँ.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, go ahead if you want to introduce yourself first.
You do it first, Shiraz, because otherwise I'll call because I have people on the screen. उससे बात कर लूँगा.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. So thank you so much, Hammad, for this opportunity. So my name is Shiraz Bakar. My full name is actually Shiraz Bakar. I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. I'm ACCA qualified, plus I have been working in different companies for the past 10 years. Currently, I'm working with the TRG Group as a senior manager, global payroll. And my aspirations, I mean, I definitely want to join Hammad so that he can guide me further for the C-suite or higher positions, and that's why I'm here today.
Thank you, Shiraz. Now, Amin, this is your turn. So I'll call you Amin now. Amin, your turn.
Thank you, sir. My name is Shiraz Amin. I'm from Multan and I am DVM doctor. Now I am doing MPhil pathology. My aspiration is to become a good pathologist, to give consultancy at poultry farm. Thank you.
Great. I could recall that. Yeah, Shiraz. Thank you. Jawad, please unmute yourself and introduce.
So thank you. I am Jawad, and currently I have completed my bachelor's in engineering from Hammad University in electrical engineering. And recently I have joined PTCL as the management trainee.
Okay, so Jawad, your voice is breaking a bit. So Jawad is an engineer, and he has just joined PTCL as a trainee engineer. So thank you very much for joining. And then Tahir.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,
so my name is Tahir, and I am doing my bachelor's in computer science, and currently for like last 6 months I've been working as a network marketer.
And where are you based at?
So I'm based in Lahore.
Okay. And can you please explain network marketing, what you actually do?
Yeah, so we're like affiliated with different like companies, and so like instead of like giving stuff to like wholesale and like there are multiple people like who come between like the actual market, like the actual like the company and like the like when it's actually like when like it's being sold in the store. So No, so network marketers are like directly affiliated with the company, and so like you have to like you get like certain incentives from the company, and like if you get the products sold. So this is pretty much how it works.
Thank you very much. So I know about it, but I thought for other people, network marketing is something new in Pakistan, and in the West, it is pretty common. A lot of people do network marketing. So thanks for joining in, because everyone today, Jamil Sani Muhammad, thanks for joining in. We are just introducing everyone. So if you can unmute yourself and tell us where are you joining in from and what you do, what your career aspirations are.
Welcome, sir. Good evening. I'm so pleased to join you right now from Nigeria.
All right. Great. What do you do and what your career aspirations are?
Hello, I have an enterprises here in Nigeria.
Okay.
And in addition to that, I am working with one government organization.
All right. What exactly do you do?
Yes. It is in my enterprises. It is IT aligned enterprises that deal with data management services, internet cafe, computer, business center, and bookshop as well.
Good. Good. So thank you very much. So the group that we have is quite a large group, and gradually our aim is to bring in 50 to 60 people as one bigger cohort, and then divide that bigger cohort into smaller cohorts of 10 to 15 people. You have already seen there are more mentors. Jamil, please mute yourself. Jamil, please mute yourself.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Shahjan, can you make me a co-host so that I could mute them too? So the idea is that we already have a set of mentors, and as we go along, as we grow our community on these webinars, we will provide every cohort an opportunity to work with all these mentors. This is an initial phase where I am working with smaller groups like yourselves. There were 2 more sessions before that. All these sessions are being recorded. Like today's session is being recorded also and will be available on YouTube shortly. Now we have Jawad Mehdi working with me directly on this initiative, so we will be able to communicate more effectively. I would request all of you to stay engaged at the forum, at the AssemblyF portal. And the reason for that is that your engagement will build your network. And I'm a big believer of a strong network because our network is our network. Very simple. So what we discussed in the past couple of sessions is something that I would like to start this conversation with. And you can watch those videos, which will be available, and we will share the link in at our portal, AssemblyF portal, in the Career Fellowship section, which you can go and watch. These are one hour sessions, so 2 hours, and this is going to be the third session there. Now, idea is to actually work together in a team. So we are a team of people who are working together and learning from each other and helping each other grow. That is the very kind of a simple and the basic idea behind this whole initiative that AssemblyF has initiated. So in the past 2 sessions, what we discussed is the importance of growth mindset. People who do not have growth mindset find it very difficult to grow in their careers. because growth mindset actually triggers the processes. And the processes are to do something which other people are not doing. That is the only way to succeed in your career, in your life. Now, the example is that if you want to run a sprint, a 100-meter sprint, there could be another 50 people running the same sprint. But if you want to win the sprint, then you have to do something different or differently than the other 49 people. And what that could be is to eat differently, to do more exercise maybe, or to do more practice, strengthen your muscles, build your stamina beyond 49 people, the other 49 people, and then you will be able to win that sprint. And how would you do that? If you don't have a growth mindset, of course, you will be part of that 450 group, a group of 50 that is ambitious enough to achieve something, but they don't really have an idea what they want to achieve. So the growth mindset helps you do things differently. The other point that we discussed, and it's really important, that a predefined goal excuse me, can really help you in career progression. Whether you are you're running your own enterprise or you are a professional in a certain space, if you do not have a predefined goal, the progression may be there, but the progression may not be very effective. And in this initiative, the predefined goal is to achieve C-suite or reach to C-suite. So that's our predefined goal. So I would want you to kind of follow these points that I'm sharing with you. Is you have to be in a growth mindset situation. So think positively and think how you can grow. And one of the reasons that you have joined this session is that you have this growth mindset. The next is a predefined goal, and a predefined goal for this fellowship program is really huge, which is, you need to look at the C-suite and see how near you can reach to the C-suite, and that's how you will define your KPI, your key performance indicators. The third point is that if you want to grow in your career and do better in your life, rather than seeking, become a giver. There are, if you look around within your communities, friendships, friend circles, social media, almost everyone is a seeker. They need help. They need things. They need advice. You also need help and advice. I also need help and advice. But at the same time, if we want to build trust and create the community around us, rather than becoming a seeker, if we convert ourselves into a giver, we will build that community quickly. So they will start talking about us. That's the aim. So once Shiraz Bakar builds his community and that community starts talking about Shiraz Bakar or Shiraz Amin or whoever is joined in, because I am not at the Zoom screen at the moment, I'm reading from somewhere else. That community itself will start talking about you, and that will help you build your brand. So become a giver. And we did an exercise couple of when we did the first session, in which we actually tasked everyone to think what is one thing they can give. And that one thing could be as little as helping someone fixing his or her resume, maybe. So you have to think how you can become a giver and outshine in the community. The fourth thing that we discussed in the previous session was if we want to change the outcome, we need to change the input and the process and the ingredients. Very simple. So if you want to become a CEO, or you want to start your startup, if you want to become a poultry consultant like Shiraz Amin, or a pathologist that Shiraz Amin wants to become, he has to change the input and the process and the ingredients. If we change that, the output will be different. If we don't change that, the output will be the same. The fifth thing that we discussed is that whoever is working wherever, even if you are a student, you are often limit yourself to certain things, which means that if you have a job description, if you are working in an organization as an accountant, as a marketeer, as an IT professional, we all get job descriptions. Okay, this is what you should be delivering, or this is what is expected of you. Now think about it. These job descriptions are self-limiting, which means when we start thinking, okay, this is what is expected of us, we limit ourselves to that. We often do not go beyond that limit. So your capabilities may be much bigger, much higher. You could deliver much more, but you are often confined within the shackles of that job description. So what we discussed in the last session is that let's think what you can do beyond your job description, and that will help you in setting up your own direction as a growth professional, or a professional who wants to grow. And the sixth thing, which I find as the foundation for everything that we discuss, or the foundation for your growth, and these are two words that I really would like to emphasize upon. One is the desire, and the second one is faith. Now, desire is your desire to grow, to do something different, and you all are part of this this initiative. You are fellows of this initiative in AssemblyF. That actually shows that you have the desire. But some people had desire and they did not join in, the third one. So there has to be a continuous process. Desire cannot be short-lived. Desire has to be there for a longer run. So your desire to achieve something is the foundation, the first element. And the second element is faith. Faith in yourself. Yes, I can do that. And to be able to do that, these are things that I have to do: implement, work with, build collaborations, learn few new things, and the faith in the system. And faith in the system means what? You are part of a system now, today. This system is there. I am giving my time free of cost to you. AssemblyF platform is created for people like you. This is the system that we have. And there's a system beyond that. So if we keep exploring the system and we have the faith in that system, we will start yielding the results. So for instance, in the past 20 minutes, whatever, I've shared 6 points with you. These 6 points, if we build our foundation or our discussion going forward, this is going to help all of us grow. Very simple. So, all right. So as Shah Jahan is requesting, kindly in the chat box, if you can share your email addresses, we will be able to send you some specific information, like maybe the links, or we are going to post those links at the portal, but we will be able to send you links, and then Jawad will be able to communicate with you. Jawad is working with me throughout on this initiative. So please, in the chat box, if you could share your email addresses and address it to everyone. Jawad will be able to copy those email addresses for us to move forward. All right, so we have one new person, Ajay. I think you are also joining in from Nigeria, because I work with a lot of Nigerians. You have your name suggests that you're from Nigeria. So please, can you please unmute and introduce yourself, what you do, and what your career aspirations are?
Yes, good evening. My name is Ajayola Sayumi. I'm joining you from Nigeria.
Yes. What do
Hello?
you do? What do you do?
Okay, presently I work as a customer care representative here in Nigeria.
All right. And what your career aspirations are? What do you want to be in future?
I just joined so I could get more insight on how to become a greater somebody that can impact the society positively.
Great, great. All right. So what I suggest is, as this group is growing, you can mute yourself. So, as this group is growing, we are building this community. Now we have people from in the group at the portal. We have people from so many countries, but slowly people are joining in the live sessions also. This is your opportunity, everybody's opportunity to learn from each other. Okay. So please, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 email addresses so far. Eden, Shiraz Amin, and Shiraz Bakar. Yeah, please share all the email addresses.
It's not audible.
Sorry? Yeah, so yeah, we've got the email addresses now. So thanks for that, and it will really help us communicate with you. So so this is what we did in the past past sessions, and am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh yeah. So Jamilo, I think there must be something at your end, because yeah, this is working fine. So please check your speakers. I hope you'll be able to hear us. Now I actually wanted to share 2 interesting stories today, and based on that we can take the next 10 minutes in stories. My real life story, something that I learned in the past 3 days. And as we all say, that learning must never end. And I really truly believe in that. And learning leads us to earning, because learn has earn in it. So learning leads us to earning. I had a YouTube channel. I created a YouTube channel. All right. So sorry, I was reading the comment also. So I had a YouTube channel that I created in 2007. So in that period of time, I added some occasional content on that YouTube channel. And then I was so busy professionally in my career, travel and implementing the projects that I had in 12 countries and all that. I never focused on that YouTube channel. Now, think about it. You probably hear that YouTubers make a lot of money, and they do. If I had been adding content and gradually growing my channel, I would be making a couple of $100,000 by now, or maybe $50,000, who knows? But I never focused on my YouTube channel. Whenever I added content, I just casually added content. So I was not really following a process. Only in the past 1 month, I started focusing more strategically. So I started learning how YouTube has evolved. And it actually has evolved dramatically. I would say dramatically. So so I started putting more strategic content on it. So in my own passion time, what I do, I coach people to grow on LinkedIn. And I also provide LinkedIn profile optimization service. Now, I'm pretty sure whoever is with us at the moment may say, okay, why would we need to learn LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a social media platform and we have a profile there. That's not true. I mean, LinkedIn is very different from any of the social media platforms, but that's a different debate. So I started putting in short videos, literally 3 short videos in the past 1 week or so, just to experiment how it works. By the way, because I had viewing on my profile, I could monetize it. So I monetized it. In the past 3 days, I have earned 39 cents. Okay. Now somebody would say 39 cents? You can't buy a coffee even with 39 cents. That's okay. But this whole thing has proved that had I focused on this platform in 2007 or since 2007, I would have actually achieved quite a lot. I would have been earning quite a lot. Which means if we don't focus on anything, there won't be any results. The results will come only when we start focusing on something. So that is one learning that I wanted to share with you. The other learning is also very interesting. And that learning is that I was reached out by apparently a young fellow who was who is representing Twitter in Pakistan. And he reached out to me on LinkedIn and I looked at his profile, accepted his invite. And then I wanted to speak to him because I am an early adopter of Twitter. So I just wanted to see what he does and, so I had a call with him this morning, about 50 minutes long conversation. This chap, this young fellow is only 22 years old. He has not even completed his degree. He is in his last 7th semester, so he has 1 more semester to go. And Twitter has appointed him as our representative in Pakistan. So he is marketing Twitter products to corporations in Pakistan, and which is a big market. Now, I asked him that at his age, how did he achieve it? Like 22 years, not even completing his degree. So he said that he started doing things around branding and learning about social media and stuff when he was in his A-levels. I actually asked him, I actually told him that in my view, in reality, he would have started when he was in 8th or 9th grade. And he agreed. He said that, yeah, but at that time, I was only doing graphic designing. I was interested in graphic designing. And in my 9th grade, I was doing graphic designing. Now, what is the lesson around it? The lesson is that you have to start early in these 2 stories. You have to start early. You have to be very focused and the results will be there. But if you have not started early or earlier, today is the right time. Now is the right time to start. Now, if we start comparing ourselves with those people who have already ahead in the game, if we keep looking at them as an inspiration, then we will catch up. If we look at them as competitors, then we may not catch up. And often our growth mindset actually works in a negative manner if we start looking at competitors. If we look at them as inspirations to learn what they are doing and how they are doing it, things will be different. I follow an influencer on LinkedIn, and she has over 1 million following. And she always talks about making your next million. And I argued at times, making a next million could be your long-term ultimate goal. But what you need to talk about is how do you make those 39 cents? 39 cents, 30 cents, or $300 or $3,000. These are the KPIs in our lives. This is how we move on. This inspires us. Whenever we learn something new, whenever we make a little extra money, whenever we start a new book, reading a new book, or join a new community and be part of a new community, that triggers inspiration, that triggers the growth mindset. And this is what I would like to discuss in today's session. So I will stop here and I will start a discussion as to how you think you can convert your current situation and become somebody with a growth mindset. What comes to your mind when I say, okay, let's talk about Evan. We'll start with Evan. And then you want to grow in your career. How can you practice that philosophy of growth mindset? What comes to your mind?
Okay, so first of all, when I think about like network marketers, so like other people in my field, they're like really good at communication, and I feel like me being like not that good at like communication. So the first thing that comes to my mind, like I need to work, like I need to talk to more people. I have to like build my own community and build my own network. So this is the like first thing that comes to mind. But like other than this, since I'm doing like my bachelor's in computer science, so I want to put more those skills into use. So I recently learned mobile application development, and my team, we built like a really awesome app. It was a banking app. We made this QR code scan feature, and you could basically transfer your money with a QR scan. So I was thinking how like I like to me if I have to like do it now, then I'd probably think about like like using that skill to probably help me in probably connecting with more people or making my community or probably something of that sort.
Great. So it's a good starting point, and we'll discuss it as we go along. Let's hear from Jawad. Jawad, are you there?
So, as you have told us that positive thinking or a positive attitude can help us grow a lot. So I think that this positive attitude can help me out a lot in achieving my future goals. And the other thing is that the faith in myself, as it motivates us that how we can grow and how we can achieve our goals. So these two things can really help me out. And as I have started my first job, so learning, as you have told us that learning leads earning. So these starting years of my career, I should focus on learning a lot rather than earning.
Earning will come. If you learn, then the earning will happen. But we
Yes.
all need financial like money in our pocket also. And that's important. So do not underestimate the power of money. Money is important. I would like to welcome Mueed. Mueed has been with us throughout, and he is a great inspiration for me. And this is how so you have to be part of that community and build that trust, and be there and be seen, and that's how people will start recognizing you. So Mueed, thank you very much. I knew you were busy today, but you have joined in. So what we did, we just captured what we discussed in the past two sessions, and now we are discussing as to what would you do as like this group or individuals in this group to ensure that they have a growth mindset. What would they do? So Adan is from Lahore. He is into network marketing, and Jawad is an engineer from he's in PTCL, just joined in, and they have shared their views. And I have some comments which I will share at the end of once everybody has discussed it, to help you think through. So let's talk to Ajay. I know you've just joined in. You're in customer service, but do you know that you have growth mindset? And if you have growth mindset, what are certain things that you're doing to help you move to the next level? Are you there? Ajay? All right.
Hammad sir, was this question from me?
No, आपके लिए नहीं, not for you.
Okay.
I mean, the question is there, but you can always respond later on, because we have already been in conversation in the last two sessions. So Shiraz Bakar, what do you think?
Okay. Samad, one thing is, as I told you before, that I'm targeting the C-suite. That's my short-term goal. But in the longer run, I definitely want to start my own consulting company where we can like hire the global talent from the Pakistan within. Because in the recent year, you might have noticed that remote work has grown a lot. It's a big market that people might not have seen before. And since I'm working as a global payroll manager, I kind of seeing this mobility kind of issues and stuff like that. It's a very pretty new market in Pakistan. People do not understand that global payroll could also be a career in here. For my short term to become a C-suite executive, I think I need to learn more about the mobility issues, the tax-related issues, to get some certifications about the international taxation, so I can deal with those issues. And that's my takeaway from today's session, that I should learn more about the international taxation, so I can become eligible about this C-suite within my organization.
Great. And again, for everybody, because I just go extempore, so I don't have a written script to go with. I just, the script is at the level whereby I know that this is the conversation that I need to build in, which is documented, but rest of it is extempore. So for everyone, your starting point, whenever you're starting, even if you're starting today, has to be simple. Simple is the best way to start with. If you complicate the whole process, your thinking, the way you want to implement things now when you're starting, then it becomes very difficult. But once you start things and start implementing things in a simpler manner, you will grow. And the example that I would quote is again going back to the 100-meter sprint race that we spoke about. So if you are a beginner, if you're starting today with an aim to run 100-meter sprint, you actually would not start running 100-meter right away, or 100-meter with the same speed right away. You will strengthen yourself and grow yourself and learn how your posture should be, how the wind works, what kind of dress is better, what kind of surface on which you run will help you, and how will you not break your ligaments or break your muscles or whatever. And this process will help you strengthen your processes and improve your processes. So wherever you're starting from, you should start with a simple idea. The simple idea will grow gradually. So for Adan, your simple idea could be to learn more. You identified one thing, communication. It could be more. To me, I think you're communicating well. One thing that I would like to suggest as your mentor, please do some reviews of network marketing. And I would just stop here because yeah, you need to learn more about network marketing, what people are saying about network marketing. This is what I meant. Jawad, yes, you are at the right stage, but again, we discussed the way we get confined within our boundaries of these job descriptions and responsibilities. Keep thinking ahead, and this will help us grow to the next level. Shiraz Amin, I know you are doing your MPhil and you want to do your PhD next. But what are certain things that you think will help you grow beyond your studies?
Can I speak in Urdu?
Really? So those people who don't understand, who only understand English, Shiraz is not comfortable in sharing his complete thoughts in English language. So I've allowed him to speak in his own language, which is Urdu, and I understand Urdu. And I can translate that as soon as he's done. So you have to bear with us for a while. Yeah, Ji Shiraz, please go ahead.
सर एक्चुअली मैंने अब स्टार्ट करना है नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग, तो मेरे ना कुछ दोस्तों ने मुझे बताया इसमें ना आपको काम करना चाहिए एज ए पार्ट टाइम, और इसमें ग्रोथ बहुत ज़्यादा है भाई, एज ए कंटेंट राइटिंग हो गई या फाइबर वगैरह। तो अभी मुझे प्लेटफॉर्म मिला नहीं है जिसके थ्रू मैं ये सीख सकूं और ये चीज़। तो इसके अलावा जो मेरा परमानेंट है वो सर मैं आपको पहले बता चुका हूँ। तो बड़ा आजकल मैं इसी पे फोकस कर रहा हूँ कि कंटेंट राइटिंग और इस तरह के फाइबर वगैरह और डिजिटल मार्केटिंग वगैरह पे फोकस है। थैंक यू सर।
मेरा सवाल है यहाँ पे और मैं आपसे ये सजेस्ट करूंगा कि आप ना मुईत और शिराज के साथ जरूर कनेक्ट कीजिए और इनसे आप जरूर लर्न करने की कोशिश कीजिए। यू हैव टू, अगर आपको थिंक अबाउट इट, अगर आप खुदा खास्ता कोई भी बीमार है तो वो बीमार आदमी जाता है डॉक्टर के पास एंड यू ट्राई टू फाइंड द बेस्ट डॉक्टर और उसके पास जाता है। मगर जब हम मशवरा करने के लिए जाते हैं तो हम मशवरा करते हैं अपने साथ के लोगों के साथ, ठीक है। सो अगर मैंने कह दिया, अब आप ये दो अलग अलग चीज बात कर रहे हैं, आप एक तरफ नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, एक तरफ कंटेंट सोशल मीडिया की बात कर रहे हैं, ये दो मुख्तलिफ चीजें हैं। सो आई थिंक आपका इशू ये होगा कि आपको थोड़ा सा फोकस को बेहतर करने की जरूरत है। अगेन एज यू मेंटोर, मेरी अगर सजेशन हो, अगर आप लेना चाहें तो वो ये होगी कि आपकी स्किल जो है ना वो है एज अ वेटनेरियन, ओके, उस फील्ड के अंदर आपकी एक्सपर्टीज है। आप अपने आप को ब्रांड करें उसी पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट के अंदर ताकि लोग आपको उसी सब्जेक्ट से जाने। अगर आप 4-5 जगह मुख्तलिफ जगह पे हाथ डालेंगे तो एक अंग्रेजी की टर्मिनोलॉजी वो यूज की जाती है, फ्रेज यूज किया जाता है, डोंट स्प्रेड योरसेल्फ टू थिन। मतलब जैसे आप टोस्ट के ऊपर बटर लगाते हैं तो टोस्ट के ऊपर बटर बहुत बारीक मत लगाएं, उसके ऊपर थिक बटर लगाएंगे तो ज्यादा मजे का होगा, ठीक है। दैट्स द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दैट। सो डोंट स्प्रेड योरसेल्फ टू थिन, फोकस ऑन वन थिंग दैट यू आर डूइंग। इफ अगर आप पीएचडी करना चाह रहे हैं, उसमें जो भी कर रहे हैं, दैट इज the only degree which is available at the top. So you are at the top already in terms of your qualifications. Now what you need to build are certain skills that you need to build and focus on those skills. So I mean your leadership skills, your communication skills, your networking skills, these are the skills that you need to build. And once you combine your education, which is great education, with those skills, you will do best. My thinking, my humble suggestion is not to spread yourself too thin, not to get into too many, like put your legs in too many ports. It will be a struggle. So connect with Shiraz and Muid. These are two people who I could connect you with. I would connect you with to learn more about your passion to grow. Let's move on to Ajay again if she is there. Are you there? No. So Jamilu,
I'm here.
oh, you're here. Okay, come on, please. What I want to say is that what you're thinking. What are some of the things that you think you need that would help you grow in your career?
Okay, I guess I'm just at the beginner level. I need to learn so many things. Need to improve on myself, my communication skills. Like I'm just starting, like you said, that we should start simple. So I just want to challenge myself to start first. But I still need a lot of work. I still need a lot of things to do to work on myself, like personal development.
Awesome. So one more suggestion for everyone. I learned a lot because I read a lot. So, and in today's time, people don't have too much time, and because we have to spend some time on Instagram also, we have to be on Facebook also, which is okay. But if you can take out just 15 minutes, ideally half an hour if you have, but 15 minutes of your time, and again focus. So I would want you an experiment, and let's take this as a task for, and I always give a task for until we have the next session, which is going to be next Friday. Let's task ourselves to watch 2 or 3 TED videos. So go on TED.com or download TED application and watch 2 or 3 TED videos. Or if you don't want to do that, go onto YouTube and watch a couple of videos from Simon Sinek and learn from those videos. And when we come back next week, we will share what we learned of these couple of videos. See, learning is a continuous process. To me, I don't learn anything from Facebook or Instagram. And that could be different for different people, right? I learn everything from reading books or reading articles or watching YouTube videos or connecting with people on LinkedIn. That's where I learn from. But everybody is different. So your learning must not stop. So anybody who is a specific, so for instance, Shiraz is a global payroll expert. If he reads everything around that, maybe on Forbes.com, Inc.com, Business.com, whatever, there's so many platforms. Every time he reads something, he will be inch ahead in that knowledge. Now, one more thing which I actually wanted to discuss much later in our sessions is an interesting thing, very interesting thing. I'm sure other things that I discuss are also interesting. Is your knowledge beyond textbook? Think about it. So anybody who has done MBA would have studied a book from Philip Kotler, Marketing and Branding. Now, Philip Kotler's book is taught everywhere in MBA, across the globe. Now, what is the difference between someone who has studied the same book at Harvard or Yale to someone who has studied that book in a university somewhere in Indonesia, for instance, or in Nigeria? Now, what is the difference between the two? The difference between the two is they're reading the same book, right? They're studying, and the professors are probably PhDs. The only difference is the level of experience they have beyond that textbook, or learning beyond that textbook, the environment they're in. That is the only difference. So if you can place yourself where you're studying beyond the textbook, then you will be ahead in the game. Very simple. So if you're a marketeer, and if you're reading marketing, or if you're studying Seth Godin, for instance, for marketing, then you are ahead in the game. You will beat your competition because everybody is only reading a book. You are reading something which is ahead in the game. You're learning from someone who is the marketing guru for modern times. So if you're learning leadership, you are not learning from Jack Welch or from Simon Sinek, then that's a pity, because they're available. They do their LinkedIn posts, they do a lot of videos. So learn from them. So your learning must never stop. Let's do this as a task. Watch 1 or 2 videos during the week. Make those notes. 15-20 minutes videos. That's the best. That's the maximum would be, and that will help us in building our knowledge beyond textbook, and we will be an inch ahead in the game. Great. Let's go to Mueed, and then we'll go to Jamilu for almost like wrapping up or concluding remarks, and then we will discuss what we will do next week. Moin, your experience in the past 2.5 weeks, I will say, because you joined in halfway this week, and what have you gained so far?
Sorry, Hammad, can you please repeat the question?
I said your experience of joining in the past 2.5 weeks. I said 2.5 weeks because this week you have only joined in for half a session. So in the past
Right.
2.5 weeks, your experience of this whole thing that you've been part of,
Right.
and if you want to suggest anything to the community that we are in today.
First of all, please pardon me because I was so passionate to attend this today's session that I was half the way done with my task today, and I'm in this session and I am in the market as well. So
That's okay.
first of all, thank you to AssemblyF. Thank you to Shah Jahan for creating, led by Mr. Hammad Siddiqui. I never knew who is Hammad. I never knew what is LinkedIn coaching. I never knew what is fellowship. So what I have been doing in past 2.5 weeks, after learning what has been discussed here and what has been suggested by Mr. Hammad Siddiqui, that I need to add value. I need to add value to empower the younger generation, the generation next to me, which is called the generation D, which is digital. So in last two sessions, I learned that whatever I will learn from here, I will have to make my coming people learn. For example, if I'm good in customer services, if I can change level of customer services in an organization, I will train people. I will train people by the virtue of this career fellowship. I will design a course in upcoming weeks, inshallah, that will primarily focus on developing the customer services skills, enhancing the level, and more importantly, in past 2 weeks, I have massive networking. I have been thinking of establishing an entrepreneurship development center in my university. I have been thinking to collaborate with intra-university platforms in other cities of Pakistan like Karachi and Lahore. I have been meeting people excessively, taking notes. I mean, now the comprehension power of my brain, like understanding people, what they are saying, and comprehending in my own brain, and then taking notes, and then designing the way forward has, I mean, exceptionally improved. Now there is a slight improvement in my thinking, which I can tell in Urdu, which is ठहराओ. मेरी तबीयत में, मेरे सोचने के अंदाज में ठहराव आया थोड़ा सा.
So
So
he's
I cannot.
so let's translate it for those people who know it. So he said that he's more focused and more in a subtle way settled in his thinking process. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And yesterday I was keenly looking forward. Despite we get a reminder email, we get a reminder calendar invite, but I was on autopilot waiting for this session today, that I will share my learning, and you guys will be amazed to know that in the last session we were split it into the groups for a certain kind of activity, and we were given the task to network, to learn what others are offering as a services, as a skill. So I collaborated with a lady called Komal. She's from Karachi. She's working in an R&D center. So we actually found a common skill and common area of research and development. So I discussed a project which was very close to my heart, and she said yes, she can help me, and she can put in the energy for proposal writing, and we can we can we can suggest the government to do some reforms on the maternity health, the women health in Pakistan, because we are facing a lot of issues. A lot of women die during the pregnancy here in Pakistan. So this is a domain of social sciences, and social sciences, using the power of social sciences, we can suggest the government to do reforms in the health sector. So that was the ultimate objective. We figured out what we are good at, and by the virtue of this session, this fellowship, we found another direction to add value to each other, to add value to this system, this government, And inshallah, I will be sharing the development happening to my research project in the upcoming sessions. Actually, it's not my project. I will involve university faculty members and a lot of other stakeholders from government and private sector as well. So I will be very happy, and I will always remember that this chance was provided to me to think out of the box and do something amazing and add value to the lives of other people as well. I think, Amasa, I'm speaking too much, so you can take over now.
Awesome. I mean, you see, no, I really appreciate Mohit, because you have to be passionate enough, and if you had learned something and you have experienced something, then you speak that far, right? Otherwise, you don't. You usually, your mind doesn't think. But what you have done, you have shared is exceptional. I and Shahjahan, we are very delighted to hear it from you. Our collaborations, see, collaboration is the only way to grow, I always say, and these collaborations can go a long way. We have two people, Ajay and Jamilu, joining from Nigeria. Nigeria has certain issues also, which could be related to what you are doing or what Shiraz may be doing, or I don't know. I mean, you have to find out. So your network is, again, going back to the same point, your network is your net worth. Let's keep exploring, keep building up your network. And once you start giving, then people will listen to you more. If you are seeker only, then people usually, I mean, there's a bigger pool of seekers. So your voice becomes a noise. So with that, we haven't heard from Jamilu. Jamilu, your last concluding remarks as to what you gained out of this discussion, and would you like to be part of future discussions, which will happen frequently? Every Friday is the plan, but some Fridays we will just give you a task, or the group a task to do, and meet the next Friday. But technically 4 hours in a month is what we are looking for. If you have anything to suggest, anything to share, please unmute yourself. Otherwise, we will, I'll just repeat the task for this week and we will conclude the session.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, please go ahead. Walaikum assalam. I think there's something wrong with the internet at your end.
Hello. There is network, exactly. Sir, can you hear me, please?
It's very weak. The voice is breaking. So what I suggest is that as we all, Jamilu, we'll discuss it, sort of at the platform, at the portal. So let's look at the tasks. There are 2 little tasks. One is to watch 1 or 2 videos, either on TED or on YouTube. I suggested you, well, if you're talking about leadership, I suggested Simon Sinek, or maybe if you're on TED, then there are plenty of other videos that you can watch. Spend 15-20 minutes. Usually those videos are 15-20 minutes, or within under half an hour, and note down what you learned from those videos and what are some of the things that you could implement on yourselves. The other task is also a very simple task. I'm sure you all are on LinkedIn. So if you do a post about the session, yeah, okay. I'll repeat the task again. The task is to go either on TED.com application, or can you now hear me? I'll try to be a little louder, but we have your email addresses, so we can send you the task anyways. Jawad, I'm sure you have copied all the email addresses. So the task is, you have, Jawad?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, great. So the task is, watch a YouTube video by Simon Sinek, or watch any learning video that you would like to learn from on TED.com, and list what you learned in this video and what are some of the things that you can implement. So for instance, you are in customer service, or Eden is in network marketing, you can watch videos related to these and kind of share your experiences when you come back in the next session. The other task is that I'm pretty sure you all are on LinkedIn. So share a post on LinkedIn or write a post on LinkedIn about this session. Maybe list, you can start with, I'm part of Career Fellowship Program by AssemblyF. You can tag AssemblyF. The session is conducted by Hammad Siddiqui. You can tag me, and you can list 2 or 3 learnings that you had in this session, today's session, which will be, so when I get tagged, and you can tag Shahjahan also. When I get tagged, I'll go and I will comment on your post, which will enhance your post visibility. Because I have a network of 69,000 on LinkedIn. So when I comment on somebody's post, the post get boosted. So these are 2 little tasks that I would like to give to you today. And when we come back next week, we will have an exciting learning from all of you. So rather than me talking, you will be sharing your learning, and then we build our conversation on that. So with that, all the best with the rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. My weekend hasn't started as yet. So enjoy, and yeah, let's have fun and learn, connect with each other, bring more people onto this network, and encourage them to be part of this learning process. With that, thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ahmad. Bye-bye.